I have a PhD in management, and there's some things I wish I knew before I started my PhD program, because most of the times when people are going to enroll in a PhD program, they only think about the academic aspect. They don't really think about the social aspect of doing a PhD, and that's what the focus of this video is. So hi guys, welcome to the Smiling Professor. My name is Dr. Bukola, and today in this video we're going to discuss the things that no one tells you when you enroll in a PhD program. The first one is the importance of your supervisors. So one of the most important things, in my opinion, when you enroll in a PhD program is your supervisors. So your supervisors are really, really important because they're the ones going to guide you throughout your PhD journey. So they're going to direct you, they're going to guide you, they're going to support you. So having a good relationship with your supervisors or your supervisor, depending on your situation, is really, really important. And I think some people underestimate this. So one of the reasons why I was really successful in my PhD was because of the relationship I had with my supervisor. I was really, really fortunate to have a very supportive supervisor who supported me throughout my PhD journey, who helped me. Part of the reason I even got access into a multinational organization in order to conduct my data collection was because of my supervisor. She guided me through the process. So your PhD supervisor is really important, and having a good relationship with your supervisor would determine how successful your PhD would be. So my advice is, while you're applying to get into a PhD program, make sure you conduct a research about your potential supervisors. What are their areas of focus? Is it similar to yours? If you can, talk to a couple of their old students or their present students so you can get an idea of who they are, because that relationship is really important for your PhD success. The next factor that I feel you should consider before you enroll in a PhD program is, are you ready to go through the learning process? In order to complete a PhD successfully, you must go through a learning process. So there are things that you may not know that you may need to learn. There are skills you may need to acquire. It's just generally a learning process, and you must be ready to learn. You must be willing to learn new things, adopt new skills in order to get your PhD completed. And this leads to the next point, which is you must learn to humble yourself. The fact that you've decided to do a PhD means that you are willing to learn. So with a PhD, one of the requirements, and the most important requirement, is to add something new to the existing body of knowledge in your particular field. So you cannot add something new if you don't learn something new. So you must be ready to humble yourself and learn. And most times, the way you're able to achieve this is learning from your research experience as well as your supervisors. So most people coming into a PhD program may already have previous degrees, they may already have previous experiences, but when you decided to come to the university to do a PhD, you must be ready to learn under the tutorship of your supervisors, which is really important, because I see some people who struggle just because they don't understand that this journey includes learning. If you're liking this video so far, please click the like button and leave a comment down in the comment section below, because it helps boost the video. And don't forget to share it with your family and friends. Now let's go back to our topic of discussion. Another thing that no one tells you about doing a PhD is that you must be self-driven. So with a PhD, because you do not really have a pre-planned schedule or you do not have a pre-planned agenda, you must be able to motivate yourself and get what you have to do done. Sometimes because you don't have set schedules, some people just forget about their research and focus on other things which may be important, but the PhD is also important. Another thing that no one tells you about doing a PhD is how important your family and friends and your support system is. So doing a PhD could be really, really challenging. So sometimes you may need the support of your family and friends and just people to talk to in general. So some people underestimate this. So it could also be very isolating depending on your research. So sometimes, because you have to be in the lab all the time by yourself conducting your experiments, it could be very isolating. And because most of the times you're working 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day on your PhD work, you may not really have a lot of time to spend with your family and friends. You may miss some occasions depending on your situation. So you need that support in order to be able to complete a PhD program. The final thing that no one tells you about doing a PhD is it would actually change your life. So as I told you, my supervisor was really supportive and guided me throughout the process. I can remember one of the first things she did for me was set a meeting for me with her old student. So she got her old student to meet with me and talk to me about his experience. And that's one of the things that I would always be grateful for, because I can remember the conversation we had in a restaurant. He literally told me, this journey is actually going to change your life. It's actually going to be challenging, but if you finish it, you will be grateful you did. So don't expect it to be rosy. And I think it's the same advice that I have for anyone who's going to enroll in a PhD program. It could be very difficult. There are going to be good times, there are going to be bad times. There are going to be times where you're questioning your decision to do it. At the end of the day, if you persevere, you will be happy you completed it at the end. Okay, that's how we're going to end this video today. If you have something to add to this conversation, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, please let me know down in the comment section below. If you want to say something, if you feel that there is a point that I have missed, let me know down in the comment section below. I want to say thank you for watching to the end of this video. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel by clicking the red button below. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for being here. Don't forget to like and share my videos and click the notification bell so you always know when I upload. Thanks guys, see you, bye.